All right, this is Tony Robbins, and this is part of a Day with Destiny part one. Um, Anyhow, he talks about emotions being the ultimate resource, using creativity, commitment, determination, certainty, flexibility, connection, compassion, and vision.
So I heard you say you didn't have enough Supreme Court justices, but last night I watched you give a speech, and he gave his inconvenient truth speech for the first time, and he was so passionate. Al Gore was passionate. It was an amazing thing. I'd never seen it before, and I said to him, I've never seen you that passionate ever before. I said, I watched the debate between you and George W. Bush, and I wanted to vote for you, but I couldn't. You just didn't have the energy, you kind of had an attitude. I said, you were not resourceful. I said, it never should have come down to justices having to make that decision. It's because you were not resourceful enough. And there's this pause in the room, and all of a sudden everybody stood up in Democratic Northern California and started clapping like crazy. And Al stood up and came by and gave me a little high five, a little hug. And afterwards they said, get him run for president again. I said, no. But the point is, it's resources. And if you're resourceful enough, you can do it. So when I was writing this book, I decided to get a little resourceful myself, and I thought, gosh, I grew up dirt poor, no money for food. And somebody fed my family when I was 11 years old. And they came to the door literally on Thanksgiving and knocked on the door.
Yeah, we're going to pause here. All right, so Tony Robbins talks about being resourceful, and I'll let him say it in his own words.
Further, if you find real value by the time I'm done here, and I believe you will, significant value since you came here and paid something, I'm sure, I'd like to invite you to match me in helping either these local sisters or Feeding America. And I will match whatever you give, $10, $10,000, up to $5 million, I'll personally match. This room is filled with some players. If you're at that level, I'll do it. If you want to get resourceful and give in $10, or resourceful and give 10,000, or resourceful and give 5 million, I'll match you. Or if you just want to help these nuns out, I want to point it out. I bring this up really simply because whether it's becoming president of the United States, or feeding your family, or feeding the world, or changing your business, it comes down to resourcefulness. They asked Sam Walton in the 1974, had 78 stores. And if you read the Wall Street Journal, and if
Sam Walton, 74 stores, 1974.
If you read a bunch of the reviews done by the financial community, they all said in that year, sell. Does anybody know why they said sell? Sell Walmart in 1974. 78 stores. Why were they going to sell them? Because they said he's out of
78 stores in 1974.
What? The R word. What is it? What? Resources. He has no more resources. He has no more cash. He has no more capability. And plus, who else is going to want to buy this cheap shit except this crappy little parts of the South? No one's going to want this anywhere else.
Now, listen to this. 78 stores, 1974. Walmart versus Kmart. Sears, 851 stores. Kmart, 1,326 stores. Combined market value of Sears and Kmart was 65 times Walmart.
And at that time, who were the biggest retailers in the world? Remember? Sears and Kmart. What happened to Kmart? Bankrupt. Look at this number of stores. 1,300, 851. The combined market value of Sears and Kmart was 65 times Walmart. Where's Walmart today, ladies and gentlemen? How many stores? Throw it up there. It's the dominant player on the face of the earth. Today, you got 11,000 stores and $500 billion in sales. $1,000 investment back then, if you didn't listen to these people and you never put another dime in, it would be worth $25 million today.
All right, Walmart versus Kmart. Let's go back to their sign. I invited here. Can't find it. Doesn't matter. Walmart is $500 billion in sales a year. Big deal. Things are flip flop. Sears is going under. Kmart has went under. All right, so there's Walmart. He's going to talk about what it takes to be dominant. 11,000 stores.
1,000 stores and $500 billion in sales. $1,000 investment back then, if you didn't listen to these people and you never put another dime in, it would be worth $25 million today. Because people underestimated his resourcefulness. Business is resourcefulness. Your career is resourcefulness. You want to move up? Get resourceful. And the only way we're going to do that, number one, it isn't enough to be intelligent. I know you're smart as hell. But sometimes being so smart puts an ego on us and makes us not maximize our resources. Who's with me on this? Raise your hand. Say, I. And I'm here one to say, listen, if you lose your hunger, if you're willing to settle for less than you can be or do or create or share, then you're selling yourself short and you're going to make your life have not the juice it deserves. Who's with me here? Say, I. So if we want to know what it takes to succeed, you already have it. Every one of you is resourceful. But if we want to take it to another level, what's the level we want to get resourceful at? Let's talk business first, then your personal life, okay? Is that fair? Are you still with me? Great. By the way, if you think about this, if you want to know what it takes to succeed in business, if you own your own business, how many are small business here where there's an owner in the room? Raise your hand if you're an owner of a business. Awesome. How many are kind of a medium-sized business here? How many are enterprise size? Let me see a shout out. Enterprise size businesses. How many have no idea what size your business is or you're too tired to raise your freaking hand? Thank you very much. So whatever your business size or capacity is, if we want to know what it takes to grow a business, all you got to look is the most successful businesses, or you could go back to Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker said it 30 years ago. He said all business is two functions, innovation and marketing. Innovation and marketing employs everyone else. You can't have accounting without a company that isn't constantly innovating and marketing.
Innovation and marketing. Those are the two functions of businesses. If you're not innovating and you're not marketing, you're dead in the water.
So let's write down what those are, because it's also true in your career. If you want to move up within a company or grow your company, you've got to innovate and market. What is innovation? It means finding a way to do more for others than whom? Anyone else. If you become the dominant force to do more for others than anyone else, it's probably you begin to realize business is a spiritual game. Because what does every religion in the world talk about? Every great philosophy of meditation talk about? Treat thy neighbor like thy, love thy neighbor like thy, and yet how many people really do it? If you're innovating, you're looking for new ways to make life better. And the way to do that, if you want to jot down one thought that'll change the game, that most high-intention quality business owners fail to do at small business and medium, and certainly at enterprise, is they forget. They start falling in love with their products and services. That is death in the world of constant change. You have to fall in love with your clients. This guy over here, and I'm blowing smoke, it may sound like to you, but I love Mark. I love him dearly. I've known him all these years. And you must have great respect for him or you wouldn't be in this room. We've all benefited from what he's created, that vision made from decisions. But this man is nothing but innovation. It is, in my opinion, Forbes. How do you win most innovative company 5 years in a row for a half-decade straight? You do it because he's not falling in love with his products. He's always wanting to change the product. He doesn't give a damn the product. He cares about you. He's thinking constantly about how can I make life better for you. He just got traveling before he got here to 8 different cities. He works around the clock. He's so excited he's going to do another 8 cities right afterwards because he wants to know, what do you want? This entire company that dominates its industry is driven by that concept of innovation. You don't fall in love. And don't fall in love with your job. Fall in love with somebody you want to serve within that company, those clients. Because if you do that, you'll move up within the company as well. If there's no limit to what you can do if you add more what? Add more what? Come on, guys, add more what? I know you're starting to drip down into that state. Nothing wrong with it, but let's get in our bodies. Because I know you intellectually, but most of us know the truth intellectually, but we don't do it. People know what they do, they don't do what they know. Because you got to get it where it's activated. So innovation, that's what innovation's about. But if you innovate like crazy, that's not enough. You still got to be an effective marketer. In fact, who's ever seen someone who has an inferior product or service to your own and they've had bigger revenue, sales, impact? Raise your hand. How many have seen this? How many have been annoyed by this? Say I. And why? Because they either innovated more and you were wrong, they were a better product, but very often they were a better marketer. Does the best product or service always win? Yes or no? No. The best marketed product will work at first, but if it's going to be sustained, it has to be the best product and the best marketing. Companies like Apple, companies like Google, companies like the company you're in right now, Salesforce, these are the companies that do both innovation and marketing. And if you're an employee of someone and you're saying, what's my ticket to make my life the way I want it? It's innovation and marketing within you. It's finding out, what can I do to add more value to this company? What can I do to add more value to our clients? What can I do to make that happen? And then, how do I make people know? How do I get people to want to do business with me, want me to move up in the organization? That's what it
All right, I'm going to leave it there. That is powerful advice. Innovation and marketing. Always fall in love with your customers and find a way to innovate and provide better service, products, innovation, and better marketing. And you'll always be ahead of your competition if you can do those things consistently better than they do. In this Roger Martin from Billings, Montana, have a great day.